Hey, and welcome to Chicago Beer Pass Goose Island news. Breaking news? Not really breaking news.
It's not really breaking.
It's just our thoughts.
What's our thoughts? Are we on video?
It's an extended. Yeah, we're on video.
right on.
Extended news thoughts. So
How do you guys like my Ravinia Brewing rooster hat? My head's too big, so I got to wear it to the back.
and this news is a little more timely, right?
Right on.
It's a little. It's not. This happened this week.
Right.
Our podcast is all about like what's happening right now.
That's true.
And this, after Black Friday, it's old news. But up until that, it's good news.
Yeah, I mean we're fast approaching September, and yeah, man, all the winter beer news is coming out. So this is year 15 for the legendary Bourbon County Stout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're talking about the Goose Island variants. On the last episode of the podcast, we were hitting that hour mark. We always have strong opinions about Goose Island here.
Yeah.
So we didn't want to make a 2-hour podcast. So we're breaking this out for you.
30 minutes in and out is our goal. Then Brad rode his bike 25 miles, so the show was double what it was. Yeah, Goose Island 2019, they announced their lineup, right? And, we wanted to talk about it a little bit. Let's just dive right into it, all right? Prop, Chicago only variant.
Okay.
Is back again. This is year 15 for Bourbon County, period, right? This prop this year is going to be, coconut, toasted pecans, cocoa, and vanilla.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds familiar to something they've done before, but
Yeah. Just kind of playing it safe and just kind of giving you in the past there's been Mexican chocolate dessert vibes,
Okay.
right? Pastry style vibes. They're sticking with that. I mean, coconut. That's interesting, coconut, because I remember year
is it
one.
coconut or cocoa?
No, it's cocoa.
Coconut?
Coconut, cacao, pecans, and
Oh,
vanilla.
okay. Coconut.
Yeah.
It's coconut, man. You're
Dude. Prop's gonna be good. And it's usually prop day,
yeah.
which is always exciting.
What is that? 3 weeks before? It's usually October. I want to say, right? Prop day.
Yeah, right before FOBAP.
Sometimes we're there. Sometimes we're not.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
There's usually lottery tickets. There'll probably be more info after the Goose Island block party, which is coming up in a few weeks.
I think we should dive into the new offerings this year.
Okay.
So, Mon Cherie, which I think translates to my dear,
Okay.
is a man. It sounds like it's got two types of cherries, Balaton and Montmorency, if I'm saying that right. Probably sweet and sour cherries.
Maybe. Yeah. I only know maraschino. Sure.
I'm more partial to maraschino. Oats and brown sugar.
Ooh. Okay.
So this sounds these sound like cherry pie vibes right here.
A sticky kind of a nice cherry pie. It's probably a good.
And I'm very curious about that. And then Cafe de Ola, which apparently is a cocktail as well.
Not Cafe D.
No, it's not Cafe. It's not Cafe D. Code name Cafe D. Apparently this is an actual cocktail.
Oh, okay.
All right. This is cassia bark, which my understanding is an earthier version of cinnamon.
Okay.
Cassia bark, orange peel, vanilla sugar, cold brew coffee, and then coffee beans.
And then what? Whiskey would be in it, probably?
Well, it's Bourbon County. It's Bourbon County.
So it would be bourbon.
Bourbon County's the
if
base.
it was the cocktail.
Oh, if it were the cocktail.
So it would be coffee, orange peel, cassia bark.
Never had a cocktail like this, Brad. Have you?
I don't know. I'm sure Ken Honeymeter.
Honey Money. So apparently it's a Mexican beverage of the same name.
Oh, a beverage. Okay. Not a cocktail, a beverage? Just a.
Yeah, so maybe I just kind of botched it, wanting it to be a
We
cocktail.
need Ken and Jesse on
Man,
to give us the lowdown.
honestly, man, that'd be a fun episode.
That-
'Cause those fuckers go way back. I can remember meeting Jesse, and he was just grilling at at Cobra Lounge.
We may not survive that episode.
That would be fun, though.
That'd be good. All right. So that one.
That would be fun. So those are the new entries.
That one, man, those two. Prop, I'll put props aside
That's
right
fine.
now. But those two are looking real good.
Yeah, those are looking. Real
What
good.
about oyster?
Man, unfortunately, just a rumor. Neapolitan's just a rumor too. I would love to see the day where Neapolitan is not just rumor, and I feel like we're getting close. I feel like we're getting close because of this one right here. Another new entry this year is Bourbon County Double Barrel.
A different double barrel.
No, man, this is double barrel, the one that's always on draft.
Oh.
Right.
Wait, new or no? Wait.
New to the bottle.
Oh, dude, the
New to
bottle.
the bottle.
Oh.
Yeah, because Bourbon County all year long. There's a mint chocolate chip one. There's the notorious Neapolitan one that shows up at great taste.
Yeah.
There's like all these different variants that pop up on tap. Not in bottles though.
Okay.
So this is the first time in bottles for this one. So Bourbon County Double Barrel. So it spends 12 months in a Heaven Hill barrel. They dump it out. They go find fresh 12-year Elijah Craig barrels, 2017's Whiskey of the Year,
Yeah.
and put it in that barrel. Now, if I'm not mistaken, on draft, this thing's like fucking 17%. So I'm kind of wondering like how that translates, right? Because this is a big beer,
Yeah.
right? But yeah, it's for people who like just want aggressive, old school. Like the very first time in your life you had Bourbon County, it was a huge whack of alcohol.
But
right?
what was the last year's?
Last year was Reserve.
Reserve. Okay.
Reserve.
I was okay.
Yeah.
I thought that was double trouble.
Double Trouble. No, it's not Founders IPA. God damn it.
Okay, so are they doing reserve again?
Yeah, they are doing Reserve.
Oh, okay.
They're actually doing 2 reserves. One's called a Reserve Rye.
So there's like multiple. Oh man,
It's weird because they dialed down.
because reserve had that like, you remember Bourbon County? Here's reserve. Now
Right.
they're like, you remember Bourbon County? Here's double barrel.
Right. So Reserve, which was some people would argue was the best one of the last 2 years. Reserve was the Knob Creek Anniversary whiskey.
Okay.
Which is their 25th anniversary. So it's like an 11-year-old Knob Creek barrel. Right. So this year they're taking that same beer and instead of 1 year, it's 2 years in those barrels.
Nice.
So
Okay.
that might be good. Because that's the difference between like when we talked about Rev, difference between Straight Jacket and VSOJ, very special Straight Jacket. It's the same beer. It's just one's 2 years old.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But it was at 2 years. Like that's that beer. God damn that beer. Yeah. Oh, let's talk about the OG for a second.
Yeah.
I think they dialed this in. Heaven Hill Blue Trace. I'm sorry, Blue Trace. Heaven Hill Buffalo Trace and Wild Turkey barrels. A blend of all those.
Okay.
Yeah, and those are different distilleries, right?
So maybe I don't even know. It's like different distilleries, different barrels. So just kind of probably be very mellow sweetness.
And then the season really affects these beers, right? It's like if we had a mild winter, which we sure as fuck did not, right?
Right.
Which that affects the way that affects the finished product, because it's all about seasons changing. How far can we get into this barrel with the liquid and all that jazz? I love Bourbon County on its own.
Yeah.
I love the flavors alternate between like fudge and brownie batter and chocolate milkshake with bourbon in it, right?
I typically always enjoy it when I have it. I don't have it very often because I know I'm in for this is a big beer and it's big. So do you want to have a cocktail or do you want a bourbon cocktail? Like that's sometimes where I have to make those choices. Like, do I want this big beer or do I just want a cocktail?
Yeah.
So
So Reserve Rye is interesting because it's 100% Rittenhouse Rye barrels, which I can't tell you that's the whiskey I've ever had.
I don't know.
So, yeah. Oh, and then Wheat Wine's back. The only return player from this last year's lineup, if I'm not mistaken, because Prop's different.
Yeah.
The only return player is Wheat Wine.
Right. OG should be
sorry.
very close to
Wheat Wine and OG.
right.
Everything else is different.
Because they can't make OG that different. Like, you don't want to have last year's Bourbon County and then this year and be like, what the fuck is this?
And you don't want to play. And to your point, that's the most important beer in the lineup is the OG, because that's what all the variants are built off that.
Right.
Yeah. So, some fun stuff. Oh, a little side note this year.
So no coffee.
Yeah. Well, coffee took a break last year, and there was coffee barley wine,
Okay.
right? And then there were the return of Bramble Rye, which is fucking amazing. I had it like 2 nights ago.
Really?
It's pouring. It's pouring like a champ. And then there was the dessert one. It was like a orange, midnight orange.
Midnight orange, yeah.
Midnight orange, yeah. So it sounds like those are gone this year. No barley wine this year, but you do get this wheat wine, which, you know, wheat wine over barley wine, let's just be frank. Wheat wine is a better play than this barley wine thing. But then the new one is this the only coffee beer in the lineup is Cafe Diola,
Yeah, okay.
which the orange peel was present in Midnight Orange last year. So you're taking the cassia bark from Prop, the orange peel from Midnight Orange, and then you're combining panela sugar and coffee.
Nice,
What
okay.
the fuck is panela sugar?
No, it's...
Probably some Mexican dessert sugar.
Maybe, yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, I really hope they do that little tasting again and kind of introduce everyone to these, and that we get invited to it.
Yeah. And then
When was that? I don't remember when it was.
it was coming up. It was like early October.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I mean it's the for our generation, it's the best stout that ever was. Right? Let's just call it what it is. Right? Let's not fuck around. Right? I mean, Guinness for generations previous to ours, and Guinness also even today worldwide has a you know, more powerful impact. But if we're talking about like wherever Goose opened, you know, I know Fulton opened in '96. I think Goose opened in '88. Right? But if we're talking about the number of breweries that are open that currently have a barrel aging program, right?
Well, then you say barrel aged stout, like
Yeah. So
not just stout. You think just stout?
can you name 3 stouts more important than Bourbon County?
More important?
Yeah.
Oof. I don't know.
We talked about Guinness.
Guinness. I think the breweries, was it Black Tuesday? Kind of like
Black Tuesday. Yeah.
it stands above others as much as Goose Island does.
Yeah. I think you know, back in the day, Blackout was Blackout.
And then
Stout
maybe
was
like
but, you know,
I would talk about Hunapoo, but that has just beer nerd acclaim. Like it doesn't penetrate. Like I think Goose Island, yeah, Bourbon County penetrates a little bit. Oh, Old Rasputin.
yeah.
Old Razzie, like
Yeah.
there is not a time where I have an Old Rasputin and I'm mad.
It doesn't even matter when it was
I'm
made.
mad. I'm mad when I had 3, but I'm not mad that I had 3. I'm mad at everything
Yeah.
else.
And, you know, it's yeah. You're right. It's a short list.
Yeah.
It's a short list in our lifetime of stouts that matter more than this one. And I think, like, regardless of how we feel about anything else, this lineup every year is something we all get excited about. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to
So.
think if another stout. Like I love
Good calling it Old Raspberry. That's a good one.
I love Blackout Stout from Great Lakes, but that's it doesn't no one cares enough, right?
Exactly. Look at KBS, and KBS kind of came and went. And you can go find KBS right now.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. When you look at their contemporaries on when they started this thing, right? And then like look at like even like Kate the Great. Wasn't Kate the Great like a barrel aged release at one point?
That was a sought after beer for years.
Right.
And I have not heard that name in a long time.
And you know, and Dark Lord's a sick party, but it's also a metal fest.
Yeah, I forgot about Dark Lord is the party, it's not the beer.
It's not the beer. Right.
I think many people at Three Floyds would agree with you. What they've done around beer is way more important than what the beer is.
Yeah. I think the equivalent of Dark Lord on its own would be like Goose celebrating whatever the base beer of Bourbon County was. And they'll tell you all the whole time, it's always been designed for a barrel. It was never meant to just celebrate that beer on its own.
And Darkness from Surly,
Oh yeah, Surly Darkness.
it has its place, but it helped move Surly forward into making some really great beers not the stout. So yeah,
If it wasn't for Surly Darkness, I would never order Surly Furious on tap whenever I'm at Furious Spoon.
yeah. So I think I would probably put it at if I had to pick some big stouts in the United States, it would be Bourbon County. It'd be Black Tuesday from the brewery, because that defines the brewery. Like the brewery is built around that beer and what they are now.
Yeah, that whole membership club, whatever it's called, the Hoarders Association or whatever.
And just their barrel program is just nuts. and then Old Rasputin. Like those would be my stouts.
Yeah. Yeah. So Bourbon County 19, man.
Man, okay.
Can't wait, man.
Hopefully we'll get to try all these because I'm cheap and I will not buy all these. So hopefully I have the opportunity to try them at an event. Maybe we'll get a taste of some of them at the 312 block party.
I think they're all going to be pretty good. This is actually a really solid lineup. And then, Revolution's like on their coattails. Like the Revolution releases are over like a 4-month run.
Yeah.
And a lot of times they're killing it with the blends, and it's not just stouts. Their deep wood series kind of taking incorporates barley wines. But yeah, so between Goose and Rev, this is a very exciting time. And come on, this is the home of Fobab, so as it should be. The two of the biggest crews in town are really getting after it with some barrel aged releases. I'm really excited about Double Barrel, the Moncherie, and the Cafe Diola. I hope I'm saying
Cafe
that.
Diola
Right.
sounds good.
Yeah. So
Awesome. Well, if you want full episodes of Chicago Beer Pass, go to chicagobeerpass.com or subscribe here on YouTube. Definitely do that. Beer reviews. We're drinking some Misfits and some Hot Butcher, Halogen Farm. So always good stuff going up there.
Oh, we forgot. There's going to be a 3-year vertical released in bottles this year.
Damn.
Yeah, so 3-year run. You get a box, 3 cute little bottles for you.
$500. Probably not. All right. We'll be back soon with more episodes. Take care. Cheers.
Cheers.